What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here live with my man, Kenny Stubblefield, way on the other side of the interwebs. Kenny, what's going on with your brother?
Man, dude, it's a good day, man. We got school starting up for all of our kids soon, so it's interesting.
Yeah. Gabe starts back today, Wednesday, when you guys are recording. I plan on meeting him at school.
Yeah,
Gabe lives with his mom for the most part, so she'll be dropping him off. I plan on coming up there to meet him and kind of do the walk in the class type thing. For the first day of class. Starting in 5th grade, man. He's been playing football. I posted his pictures his mom took of him at
50
practice
for the city, baby.
50 for the city. He got his official number, man. Of course, his first ever football number in flag football was number 12, and his first tackle football number is number 50. So the kid he ain't picking these numbers. These are just random numbers that are coming to him. So he got John Morant's number and Zebo's number. His first 2 seasons playing football. So yeah, it's going down for my boy Gabe.
Gabe is growing up, man.
It's crazy.
You can see
he's closer to graduating than he is being a baby, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like I'm not ready to accept it. Like at all.
No.
Yeah.
Sailor's going into 7th grade, and I'm like, 5 years until you graduate. Like,
to hell with this crap, man.
Yeah, what the hell are we talking about? I had a weird day yesterday, man. I had a kind of a come to Jesus meeting with myself yesterday. I had to go do the registration for Selah at her school, and got there, went to the nurse's office, and had to give immunization records. And the pediatrics office that sends the certificate from the state of Tennessee with the immunization records didn't have a proper date in there, and they turned us away and said, you got to get that done, you got to get that reprinted before we can finish her registration and she can start school. So I truck it up to her pediatrician's office, and they start giving me the runaround and start telling me this, that, and a third. And bro, I lost my stuff. Like I went ballistic because I was just like, this is y'all's fault, like you guys aren't updating your records, so this is why this isn't in this anyway. So I went crazy, ended up ultimately getting it back, but I kind of lost my mind for a little bit there. Like I ended up getting the registration, all that kind of stuff done. I kind of lost my mind, and then I watched that damn video that I don't know if you saw it, the video I posted on Twitter. There's a family that had a repass at their house, and you can go on my Twitter and you can see it. But this neighbor across the street, old man, clearly in the late throes of dementia, he's a white man, comes across and he starts accusing them of being having a gang meeting and like all this kind of stuff, and just freaking out. I'm not about this. This ain't my neighborhood, ain't the hood, this kind of stuff. And man, seeing them react, man, this family, they just reacted in such a beautiful way. Like they were stern and like, hey, you can't say this kind of stuff to us. Right. But they didn't lose their stuff. And I'm sitting there going, man, I lost my mind today at a pediatrician's office over paperwork. And these folks, anyway, it was a good come to Jesus meeting for me, man. I was like, Kenny, relax, bro. Relax.
Yeah, I had lose myself over the weekend. I'm gonna keep mine to myself though. But I had a couple of those where I had to realize, man, you really trash when it comes out. You still trash when it comes down to certain things. Yeah. I'm at a point in life where I'm really trying to make myself the best version of myself possible, man. And I was talking with a friend. I was talking to Chris Ingham actually about this. Yeah. How like my mom passed away in 2009, right? 2000. When did the Tigers go to the championship game? 2008. 2008. My mom passed away in 2008. And my mom was just a regular lady, like nothing really special about her. Like she wouldn't like this. My dad was a pastor, but he was a pastor of a very small church. And when my mom passed away, her funeral was in Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, which is where my sister and brother, were members of. And my mom's funeral almost filled up the entire lower bowl of that church.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean? And that moment made me say, bro, when I die, man, I want my life to leave a legacy where people will say, Sain was a good dude, bro. Like for real.
And come and celebrate your life.
Yeah, right? That's what I want for real, right? You know what I mean? So I really try to be, ever since my mom passed away, I try to be that dude, right? And it's a process, to get there. Got divorced since then, and dating and all this, all these things, right? Parenting, had Gabe since my mom died, like all these things, up against me, right? Yep. So yeah, I totally get that, man. But I went out of town this weekend to New Orleans, had a great time, had some good Cajun food in New Orleans. Only up there for a day or so. Had some good food there. Can't wait to go back up there again. Hung out with my girl, Real Myers.
Yeah, I need you tease something on Twitter, dude.
Don't worry about that, man.
Hey,
just know I'm always working on something, man. I'm always working on something.
A Real Myers, Anthony Sain collaboration.
Hey, just know we always collaborate, bro. Just know we always collaborate.
For real.
We always collab. I plan on making at least one trip up there during the season when the Grizzlies play New Orleans. Waiting for the schedule to drop. I think it's like 9 days away before the NBA schedule drops. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to say it drops on August the 15th. So I'm looking forward to that. But came home, Kenny Stubblefield, Monday.
Yep.
And man, this path of being a better person, I believe started Monday, man.
You found it. You found a pathway, huh?
I told you guys I was entering into the world of chiropractic life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And man, was it fire? Boy, man, bro.
Changed your life, huh?
Never had any of this done before. I was expecting it to be more audible. I was expecting to hear more, especially like my hips are jacked up, man. Yeah, my hips, your hips are supposed to be like this.
Right.
It's 2 different bones connected by something right here, right? They're supposed to be like this. Mine are like this. My hip on this side is curved. Well, it's curved in, right?
Is that a scoliosis thing, or is that a way you sit? Is that a way you sit?
My hip is jacked up on this side. Then my spine is all kind of twisted up, right? And so I was expecting. She said, "Well, I'm gonna adjust your hips. I'm gonna adjust your back, and I'm gonna adjust your neck, right?" So I was expecting it to be more audible. And she lays me on this table and basically like uses the table to, you know what I mean? And she was like, "You won't hear much in the hip area, but you will hear a pop in your back." And she popped my back, and I was expected to be like what you see. On social media. It wasn't that loud. And when she did my neck, that mess, I heard and felt that mess pop. You know what I mean?
You're like,
and I felt a little slight spasm in my back when she popped. She said, "That's expected," you know what I mean? Because you're dealing with, years of,
trauma,
scar tissue and trauma and all those type of things.
Yeah.
But man, when I say I instantly felt like a new man, like I felt like I was taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I felt, bro, it was crazy, bro. And then they come with the massage treatment, and it was fire. It was fire, bro. And I've had people ask me, where did I go? Like I talked about, I'm not having no discussions yet. I told everybody, I bookmarked the people who asked me, where did I go? Because they've got some type of referral program that they don't even talk about until you've done so many visits.
Right.
I'll let y'all know very soon.
I'll let you know. You'll know
I'm an influencer out here, man. I ain't just going to be giving y'all no free shout out and I ain't getting nothing back from it. So,
right.
But yeah, so I enjoyed that. I got a 16 session plan.
Let's go.
3 times a week for 2 weeks and then twice a week for 5 weeks. So it's 7 weeks, 16 sessions. I got a session today or in the morning. I'm going to go, meet Gabe at his school, go get my session in. And man, when I tell you I feel better, bro, like range of motion in my neck is better just in one session. I had a lot of back tightness and pain.
Yeah.
That's gone. Like I ain't gonna get into some details, but I tried some activities and they've been activated.
Hold on. You stood up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to walk from the bed to the door without hurting. So yeah. The chiropractic life is a life for me, man.
It's beautiful, man. So
after my 16 sessions, I want to say it's like maybe once a month, something like that.
Yeah, kind of maintenance, if you will.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So I'm about that life, man, for real. And it's affordable, very affordable with my insurance. So I'm with it, man. And like I said, the journey started Monday, and I'm with it. But we're about to take a break, man. When we come back, Paris Sharkey is going to be here. We're going to talk about the Olympics, Kenny Stubblefield, the Olympic update with Paris Sharkey, who's the Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media. We're going to talk about that and more when we come back to the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
Known hater on Jake LaRavia on this show and others, and he proved to me that I think he's got some tricks up his sleeve, things in the bag that can translate to an NBA roster. You never want to overreact on Summer League. As my colleague here famously says all the time, you only overreact in Summer League if they're bad. I'm looking at you, Alex Sarr. Jake LaRavia looked good. When he was on the floor, particularly in that championship game, he looked like the best player on the floor, even when Gigi was out there. LaRavia proved to me that he could be a serviceable NBA player after what has been a rocky start due to injuries and just not really seeing him at all.
He's 6'7". He's got good size. He's got a good build. He's strong, but he just hadn't been able to stay healthy. In a league where nothing is more valuable than size and shooting on the wing, like you've got to try to keep him. I hope there's nothing that will make or break like Jake LaRavia more than just general health.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Friday at 3 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
John Morant had it was a Hall of Fame day for him at Murray State.
Right.
That's a Murray State kind of thing. The NBA stuff we're gonna
You got your possibly your first actual look at the Ja2s.
Yeah, man, he
Hall
looked
of Fame
so
service.
good. He just looked like a good ambassador just for everything. Like he just looked really well put together and like a G. I was really excited to see him.
Yeah, and the shoes looked really cool too.
And the shoes look fly.
Because I was really scared at some of those leaks that they were going to be awful.
Man, because the Ja ones were so good, good.
So
Like
good.
every single, like every one of them are good. They're just all good. It would be really crappy if the Ja 2s were just like,
yeah, awful.
Tune in to The Daily Grind with your host, Loot Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Acting the Same show. Each and every Wednesday, my man Paris Sharkey, who is the Memphis Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media, joins us each and every week. Paris, what's going on, my brother?
Ain't not much, man. I can sympathize with your chiropractic story. I went to a chiropractor a couple years ago. I even found out one of my legs was actually slightly longer than the other.
Hey, they got you right too, though.
But they got me right, man. My back been pretty good since I could hoop again.
Chiropractic is no joke. I like it, bro. The feeling of relief, man, when they get you right, man, it's nuts. But like I said, I will be letting y'all know who my doctor is, but me and her got to sit down and discuss some things before I start putting, information out there, for sure. But yeah, man, there's no Memphis Grizzlies stuff really to talk about. So, but there's plenty of Olympic news to talk about, man. Since the last time me and you sat down and did this thing, man. I guess we can start off with the United States national team. Of course, they're winning right now over Brazil.
Yeah,
that's the time of this recording. They get Serbia next, right? They get Serbia in the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. Serbia had a comeback victory over Australia. We were talking during the break about how guys like Patty Mills, look like, Michael Jordan when they're playing in these Olympic games. And there's a clear reason why. These guys, it just kind of shows you how good NBA players are and how they're not for the teams they play for. They're just role players. That's all they're asked to do. But they're also good enough that if you ask them to be another level of guy, that they can do that. And plus, basketball is just a sport that just kind of lends to, a guy being able to be, if he's good enough to be a one-man show. So,
you see all the time in the league. So even like, how you say about Lauri Markkenan, how he'll be in the team, well, we've seen it before he got to Utah. But a player like Jeremy Grant, when he was a really high-level role player, but now in Detroit and Portland, he's asked to be this 25-point game scorer.
In Detroit, he was that dude. Like, he had to go score. Yeah. It's the exact same thing. But
Tobias Harris, same type of player.
Exactly. Tobias Harris, same thing. They're good enough to do that, though. They're just good enough to do that. So, that's pretty dope for them. United States is, handling Brazil. They're going to win the gold because these other teams don't look like much enough, to be honest with you. This isn't the old Spain teams that had Powell and Marcus All and all those guys. So yeah, it's just a different day for international basketball. But they talk about how the other countries are catching up. These countries don't look that good, and even our team in FIBA that was not as talented as this team probably should have won FIBA too. Steve Kerr be damn. But we'll pause our United States men's basketball talk and some of those things that are going on there to talk about the United States men's basketball's biggest nemesis, and also NBA Twitter's biggest nemesis, I believe, as well. Noah Lyles won the gold medal. He is the fastest man alive. I've seen some people say just because he won this, he's not. But I'm like, I don't. All my life, whoever won the Olympic gold was, the fastest man alive. So I don't know why people are saying that. But Noah Lyles, shout out to him. I was on the edge of my seat hoping his brother would lose. On the edge of my seat, hoping his brother would lose. I pulled out my coveted queen, my queen gift of not a gift, queen video that Marcus All made favors of Queen getting ready for a performance and said 5 to 10 more minutes. How long, huh? 5 or 10 more minutes. That was the energy I had getting ready to watch Noah Lyles lose. He pulled it out, talked this shit like a boss. I can't get mad at it. But we will discuss this, man. We will discuss this real quick. You can pull that graphic down, Kenny, because we're gonna go somewhere else with this in a minute. Shakari, we're gonna get to you in a minute, love. A year later, Noah Lyles, your comments are even dumber. Like the more I think about it, the dumber the things that had so much NBA Twitter enraged. It's an even dumber comment a year from now than it was last year. Because it's like, bro, because I had this conversation with a guy who works for
I saw
that. He works for somebody.
Y'all had a good conversation too. That was one of the more respected debates that I've ever seen on Twitter.
Yeah. and here's my thing, man. This is why I think, first of all, there is no direct comparison. There is no basketball league that represents countries. And I hate to inform you guys, there's no basketball league that represents cities. The Memphis Grizzlies do not represent Memphis. These ain't dudes from Memphis, man. You know what I mean? There's a dude from Canada we just drafted. They're not a Memphis team. They're not an American team. The NBA is a collection of this is the way I break it down to anybody, and I just end this whole conversation. The NBA is not an American league. It is a collection of the best players in the world, and they happen to play their games on American and Canadian soil. That's where they're housing the games. Noah Lyles is not the Paris champion. He's the world champion because the greatest track and field athletes in the world met up in Paris, and they had the Olympics. The NBA is those teams are not representative of those cities. That's where they play. When you have these Saudi leagues and these teams like that, where they're doing like the PGA versus the Saudi stuff was happened a couple years ago, right? Those individual golf players are still from wherever they're from. You know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do with that. Like they're not Saudi Arabian athletes. Go tell Nikola Jokic that he's an American champion. He's not. You know what I mean? So, like I said, like I tell anybody, unless everybody, the best players in the world are either in the NBA or on their way to the NBA. The goal is to get there, whether you're in college or you're in another league. Luka Doncic was one of the best players in the world. He was not playing in the NBA, but guess what? He was on his way. That's what the NBA is the best players in the NBA. So unless you can name me a collection of players, a collection of teams that are even comparable to the players in the NBA, it's such a stupid conversation. If you're the NBA world champions, you're the NBA world champion. You're the best team in the world. And whatever team you're talking about playing up against the Knicks, come on, man. Who are you talking about? A team full of dudes that are NBA washouts or 40. Like, stop. Like, I don't want to hear this, man. Like, it is such a dumb conversation. But Noah Lyles, I wanted you to lose just so we could talk shit to you, but you pulled it out, bro. So I ain't no haters. My girl. Go ahead.
Question on that. Where did it come from? Where did that come from? I just remember him making this statement. I didn't know who he was at the time.
Won the world championships in FIBA. He was like, I'm the world champion, man. He
I saw it. It was like where?
Like, we deserve at track athletes, we deserve more credit for this. He was like, when the NBA wins, they're the world champions. The champions of what? Like no.
Because like, why he specifically say NBA? Why he didn't? Why
he say baseball? Because why?
It's like why he come after the NBA?
We call the NFL champions the world champions. NFL world champions, right? Am I wrong? Like it's the same shit, bro. Like stop. Like the NBA is the best players in the world, bro. And with baseball, it's people say it's debatable if all the best players in the world are playing Major League Baseball. They say there are other places where these dudes are better than some of the dudes in Major League Baseball. That don't exist in NBA. In soccer, you could say the same thing. There is no league where all the best players aren't playing in the best league. Some of the best players are spread out all over all these global leagues you got, right? In the NBA, man, the best are in the NBA. So now Noah Lyles, man, much love, much respect to you, bro. But shut your ass up, bro. Like you sound stupid. My girl, I can't remember her name on Twitter. I want to say she used to come on Memphis radio sometime, but she said the man won by a hair bead. Did you know before that race that in a race like that, your torso is what determines who won? Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it might have been your head maybe or your chest.
I did. I forgot like in a moment. Then I was like, yeah, that's right. When you lean forward. Yeah. I used to back in high school, I didn't run track. I used to I played football, so I trained.
You ran track to stay in shape, yeah.
So stay in shape. Yeah. I kind of wish I went ahead and did 200s, but so
yeah. Yeah, man. So Noah Lyles pulled that joint out. I ain't hating on you, bro. but you sound dumb. A year later, you sound even dumber. And I see why people hate you.
They're gonna have their seats fired. They're gonna have to do the little Crip blood, holding out the bandana at Team USA.
Yeah, man, for real. I'm sure. Do you think Team USA really feels a way towards dude, or they just kind of playing up to? I think they'll support the man. Like,
I think they support him. Yeah, but I still think
if they hit along to get on his ass, they would have got.
Yeah, you still feel a way, but overall they probably want him to win. Like even me, I wanted him to win because I want us to win the whole medal count. I want us to catch up to China, which we finally did and took the lead. So for gold medals, so I wanted him to win for that reason. But if he lost though, we would be on his head.
For sure, we would have been on that ass for sure. Something else I've been intrigued about in this year's Olympics. People have no memory of the 2021 joints, the COVID joints. I have zero memory of those Olympics, right? But something that I definitely, they said that this happened in those Olympics. I didn't see it at all. The mixed gender races are fire, bro. Whether it be in,
I don't remember that though.
Yeah, bro. This shit is cold. Whether it's the track and field events, whether it's the swimming events, biking, cycling. Then they got this thing called,
I would say it was because it was one race. I forgot which race it was. I get mixed up with all these numbers. I know 100 and 200 years and 400. After that,
yeah, that shit cold.
But
bro.
it was a mixed gender race where they killed it. Yeah.
Do they got a mixed 4x100 though?
I don't think.
Because if I could see Noah Lyles and Shakara getting out there, that'd be cold.
They do have a mixed gender 4x100.
For real?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, because they had like the 1500. They had one for.
Man, I'm so there for all that, bro. I'm there for all that, man. Like I love it, man. Then they got one that's like the mixed triathlon, right? Where it's like, well, ride a bike, swim, and run. Some dude from Memphis came in silver.
I saw that. Yeah, we got silver.
Hey, bro, that shit cold, bro. That shit giving Mayday though. That shit giving field day at the school for real.
No, I saw a 5-1. It was USA beat China, and it was the one of the swimming ones. It was mixed. It was mixed race where they got out.
It was 4 by medley.
I know
4 by whatever it is medley.
Mm-hmm.
It was like backstroke, freestyle. Butterfly,
the chest,
bro.
I forgot what they call, and they won by like the very inch, like
breaststroke joint. Yeah, they beat China. Yeah, hey, bro, don't nothing make you feel like you are a sports fan, but not a sports fan more than the Olympics, bro. Because it be stuff like I don't know nothing about this game. I'm just watching it. It's the look fire. I can tell you, bro.
I watched water polo.
Oh yeah, handball, all this. Like, bro, we played that. That's like, we made up in the backyard.
Right.
Hey, kid, that's some shit we played in MAM. Just making up some shit.
Just make it up.
We'll talk though.
I remember we made up this game in MAM one time at the MAM Center called cone ball. Did we ever play that with y'all, Kenny?
I don't think so. I don't think we ever played it.
Cone ball was cold as hell. It was like dodgeball, but you had a row of cones behind you, and you were trying to protect the cones. But if you got hit, you had to get off the court. But the only way you could protect the cones is you would have to catch the ball or knock the ball out the way. But if you got hit, like hitting the arm or hitting the leg, hitting the chest, you out. And once your cones get out, your team loses. So it's like dodgeball with targets. That aren't
like dodgeball, yeah.
But it's like you're trying to hit those targets that are behind you. The targets are in the back row.
Yeah.
And you're trying to hit. Yeah, it's cold, bro. And if you get hit, you out. So your team, your object of the game is you're trying to knock the targets down. That was a game we made up at the MAM Center, but it might be a damn Olympic event.
Next year is being entered into the Olympic event.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised. I got so many different sports in that joint.
I also saw somebody. This leads into our next topic, but somebody was saying that on Twitter that 3-on-3 basketball should be a bigger deal because 3-on-3 basketball teaches kids more fundamentals than 5-on-5 does. And I wasn't really particularly ready to argue with that brother. Like I was like, that kind of made sense. He was like, it makes him be able to defend, makes him understand the 3 major positions: wing players, guard players, and bigs, how they need each other, how they work off of each other. And it makes them have to play defense. You know what I mean? You can't really hide anybody if you're playing 3-on-3. We've seen that because our American athletes getting their ass cooked. I kind of liked it. I kind of think that because they were saying that kids shouldn't start playing 5-on-5 until middle school. And that elementary age kids should be playing 3-on-3 basketball.
That makes sense because
I don't mind.
It's gonna be slowing them or watching them play full court. Well, they don't play the full length of the court, but still.
Oh, Gabe don't play full court. I'm like, bro, this is terrible. Because on Gabe's team, none of the kids could dribble. Like,
I know, bro. Them folks be getting the ball up and traveling and him call. He'd be like, bro, like
they had one kid that was a decent guard, but he was really slow, but he could handle. But nobody really had any cooking to him. And so when they would play like the private schools that had some kids on waivers, they'd get their ass dusted. I ain't gonna say what the kids on waivers look like, but they didn't look like the kids at game school. And them boys was dogging. Oh man, we'd get killed by them teams. But yeah, man. So I'm all for 3-on-3. But as far as the Olympic 3-on-3 is concerned, I thought these folks had already been eliminated, but the men's 3-on-3 basketball team got up out of here. Some team from some country won, and Ice Cube out there challenging them dudes, man. Like, hey, let's go for 100,000. Man, Ice Cube is a funny dude, bro.
Nobody funny, bro.
Hey, I've never seen anybody. I know people gonna be hating on me or be saying stuff that I'm hating in the comments. I know this coming. I'm gonna get it off. I've never seen anybody promote anything that's as boring as a 3-on-3. It's the big three.
Hey,
I've never seen anything as heavily promoted yet be boring as hell. Like,
I ain't gonna care. I don't really care for it as much either. And I went to it. I went to Dallas 2 years ago.
Boring as hell. You went in Memphis.
I went to it, and I was like, I don't care to go back.
I left early. Like, I can't do this. Like,
it's like cool. I went.
At the route it was going, hey, bro, when it comes down to a sporting event, you got 3 hours max for me before I tap out. This thing was on pace to be like an all day, all night. I'm like, no, bro, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to see I don't know, bro. I don't want to see Jamal Crawford.
Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, not Jamal Crawford. The Crawford that got into it with Gary
Jordan
Payton.
Crawford.
Jordan Crawford. I don't want to see him, bro. I'm sorry.
The one that dunked on LeBron and LeBron hit the tape.
Right. And the one that we can ready to fight Gary Payton. I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see. No, I'm sorry. Like, but I would like to see them dudes in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Because somebody was like Joe Johnson, Jamal Crawford,
Michael Beasley.
And no, that's what they said. They said Joe Johnson, Mike Beasley, and DeMarcus Cousins. Who the hell is beating that team in the Olympics? Go find them dudes. I kind of think that too. Like, go find some dudes that are recently retired, especially guys who have Olympic history, like those guys do, like Joe Johnson did, like Mike Beasley didn't. But
DeMarcus Cousins got people play.
Yeah. Go do that, man. Go get the Dwight Howard freak ass DeMarcus Cousins, run 2 bigs, go get Joe Johnson, go dominate everybody, bro. Like, it's over. But don't tell me ISO Joe wouldn't be murdering these dudes. But Ice Cube put out the challenge of the Big 3 All-Stars versus whatever country won gold in this, and nobody still will watch at all.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really saw the 3-on-3 basketball games. I kept missing them, but even then, I don't think I
have no desire to watch it.
It's just I don't know. I don't know.
No desire.
It's cool to play. To watch it, it's kind of like
yeah, man. I'm super good.
So you tell me you wouldn't watch it if Ice Cube brought out a Big 3 All-Star versus the world champ, the gold Olympic medal winner. You wouldn't watch it. You would watch it. There's no way you wouldn't watch it.
It's like, bro, I don't watch the Big 3 All-Star game or whatever that is.
I ain't know they had All-Star game
on that because so why would I watch half of that team take on some schmoes from Bolivia? I mean, why would I want to watch that, bro?
Who won anyway? Like, I don't remember the team that won.
I think it was Latvia that won, or Lithuania, or one of the L's.
That's Dr. Doom was on that team. I don't want to see I don't want to see that at all, bro.
I will say this, man.
The Netherlands won.
Oh, the Netherlands won. Yeah, okay.
And I will never land my remote on that channel to watch that either.
It is kind of dope though. Like Ice Cube's he offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big 3. Right. Now he's saying, "Hey, gold medal." He's a marketer, man.
He's a marketing genius, man. But to what though? The product got to be slick fire behind your marketing, bro. It's not. Big 3 is terrible. Like, as a novelty when it first started, it seemed really cool. Allen Iverson was in it, I believe. Jason Williams, whatever. Man, I don't. I'm straight.
Iverson missed the game, man. I'll never forget that.
What happened? Oh yeah, what happened?
Allen Iverson missed the game.
He never played, did he?
No, he played in it, but he had missed one of the team games. Then didn't say nothing. Didn't tell nobody that he won. Like, hey, he didn't tell nobody he wasn't showing up or nothing.
And I understand the half court, why they do half court, but man, you slick gotta crank that mess up full court to get me engaged. But I don't want to see old dudes playing half court basketball.
Or if you do half court, it can't be in a big NBA arena because the way the seating set up, it's just I don't know. It's hard to watch in that angle. Like it's just like
the TV version of it is better than the live version. I would suspect.
I can't say that because you got a better viewing of it. Like in live, you kind of.
I enjoy the TV version of it, right? Like I enjoy watching it from my house. Now the way you've described it live, I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. It's just.
And then like they record a bunch of episodes at a time, so it's like a 6-8 hour situation, bro. Where you like, I'm like, nah, fam. I'm good. I'm good on all this. I'm good on all this, man. And like, no. And when we were there, it was like. Kids were just waiting for the halftime shows. It was like NLE Chopper was on one of them, and I can't remember who the other halftime. I'm like, no, bro, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good on all this, man. But yeah. But the Olympics we're in the last week. We're in the last week of the Olympics. The men's gold medal in basketball that'll be this weekend. The women's team that'll be this weekend as well. So you said in the medal count that USA is ahead in the goals right now?
Yeah, we're 24-22. China got 22, we got 24. And total medals, we smoking everybody. We silver and bronze, we dominate.
Any thoughts about Simone Biles and the other young lady on the gymnastics team showing a bit of gratitude and appreciation for the Brazilian young lady that won gold in that particular?
I loved it because Simone Biles even said, she was like, man, I hate she's like her toughest opponent. Like she's the toughest person she's won against. And I was kind of happy to see her finally win, get gold, because it was like, bro, she's been battling. I've seen her kill it since before the Olympics. And I'm like, okay, she finally overcame and beat Simone, but because Simone kept just very like itching her. But yeah, they seem pretty close. She's black. She's still black. So
exactly. It's just one of those type of sports, man. There's just a lot of ladylike things they do in that sport. Man. Like just like we were talking about volleyball, but Kenny said he watched volleyball the other night. And the dudes was like on some other type shit. It was on
France and Germany about to start World War III. Damn it! Like it was crazy, bro.
I got real that beach volleyball. That's right.
Yeah, but this has been a great Olympics. I've been more in tune this Olympics than I've been in a while. Man, Peacock's coverage is just
Peacock.
Dope. Yes, go back and watch it.
Love it.
It didn't like just the presentation of it looks super dope.
It is
like how they have how it just takes up your whole screen to preview. They have got like the top athletes, and you can just go back and watch stuff, and they got it broken down into. Oh, it's dope, man.
And they got multiple screen options where you can have the multi-view. Peacock is guilty. Like I don't think I've watched it on USA anything. It's been straight Peacock, just checking each.
Super dope.
Checking every day.
Yeah, man. But we're about to take a break, family. We'll come back, man. We're gonna do the 3-pointer, man. Talk about some other things that are going on in the world of sports. We'll see you guys in a minute here on the Anthony Sain Show.
I watched the guy set the world record for pole vaulting today.
Speaking of pole vault,
yeah. Come on now. Hey. Talk about the real story.
Get the gold medal stuff.
Wow.
Hey.
Guy had a hog.
The man of peace.
Dude, now they're going to start recruiting guys, and they're going to be drop your drawers.
Yeah.
It's blocking the way. Yeah. Tuck that thing away, brother.
That's all I'm speaking. I'm done.
Oh, come on. Have some fun.
Honestly, is that a win for the dude? Like you lose out on the gold medal, but
everybody's out. I mean, everybody knows. Like, will we remember him more than the person who actually wins the pole vault?
Yeah,
I forgot there was a gold medal pole vault until all I know is
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I think he got to kind of skirt on by some of the real political reasons why. But one reason that I haven't been tripping on Ja being on the team is the fact that the dude just got cleared last week medically. So even if he made the team,
he wasn't gonna play for real.
He wasn't gonna play. Like
that's when Derek White him, bro. That's when Derek White him. That's when Kawhi him. That's gonna say, hey,
right.
Bring him into Vegas, do all the photo shoot and all stuff like that.
That's it.
Hey, we ain't book you a plane ticket to Paris, bro. I'm sorry.
Right.
You can head back to the. I'm looking at Grant Hill a little sideways.
Yeah, dog. Feel like that little weird ass dance, like sideways. Yeah.
It makes sense. Like, it was a health thing, and as he said, it was just about health, which I understand. Like, I didn't want Ja playing, even if he was healthy. I didn't want Ja playing in the Olympics. I love that.
Why?
We've already been over this. Stop acting brand new. I've already said this. I want Ja to go dark mode and kill these ninjas next year. I don't care about the Olympics. We gonna win. I'm a Grizz fan before I'm a Olympic fan. I don't care.
Tune into the No Bluffing Podcast with your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes, every Monday at 12 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Just got that final score, man. Like, you know, we recorded the day before. I got that final score from Team USA Basketball, 122-87 victory over the Brazilian team.
The ass whooping is what that is.
Yeah.
Bruno, our old friend Bruno Caboclo.
Yeah, Bruno Caboclo. Keep going. That man went off for 30 though.
Yeah, he's on the person. That's it.
What was the dude's name who he's in the Big Three now? Oh man.
We're talking about the Big Three. Big Three's dominating the conversation.
he's not on this team. Let me think. No, he's not on the team. Good God. He used to play for the Golden State Warriors. He just called him the Brazilian Blur.
Oh, Leandro Barbosa.
Barbosa. Oh, is he on the team? Hold on.
No, he won.
No, he ain't on the team anymore. No.
Yeah, Barbosa ain't walking through that door, man. Barbosa ain't walking through that door.
He sure used to be killing it in the Olympics.
Man, dude. When he was with Phoenix, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
You should have brought some bad Brazilian porn stars to throw it off or something, man. You didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, man. Y'all came up short, got that ass with 122-87. Serbia, bring y'all ass on. Jokic, bring your big ass on, man. We're gonna get you up out of here
for the third time.
For the third time, better get that big ass up out of here. I mean, you can go home and play with your horses, whatever the hell you like to do other than hoop. Better get that ass up out of here, man. Who wants
y'all like bearded Jokic or the clean shaven Jokic?
Man, Jokic is like weirdo, regardless of what he's doing. But enough of that, man. Enough of this. Time for the 3-pointer, where we talk about three things going on in the world of sports outside of the Olympics, man. Y'all saw what happened. My boy Lauri Markkenan about to get ready to sign that extension, man. Like a $200-some million joint. Danny Ainge playing with y'all all summer long, like I told y'all he was doing. They're not about to trade that dude. Then the news came out that Golden State offered Moses Moody along with some multiple first-round picks, some second-round picks. Like, bro,
Golden State really thought today
when Moses Moody is the centerpiece of your
the trade died because Golden State wouldn't offer
Krasinski and
Podzinski.
Bro, stop the nonsense, bro. Like both of y'all are full of shit on both sides, bro.
They both could have went.
Golden State knew Danny Ainge really went for the trade that dude, and Danny Ainge was like, "Yeah, I don't want him. Give me Podzinski, and we can start talking." All right, okay, playing now, bro. So, let's just play with people the whole summer. Like these two GMs trolling the world. Like, bro, shame on everybody who thought that was actually gonna happen.
And then Golden State came out today and said that they think that AirPods is going to be the next Klay Thompson, like
next guard,
their next core guard. I'm like,
well, y'all gonna be trash.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's cool. It's cool with me. That's one that's team.
Let him be your guy. Let him be your guy. Yeah.
That one this team got to worry about the West, so it's cool.
Somebody was talking about how many Memphis either Grizzlies or Tiger guys have came through their situation, right? I was like, damn, because like I want to say they signed or they're interested in Killian Tilly or something like that. Golden State is. Something came out about them and Killian Tilly. They already got Kyle Anderson. They already got Anthony Melton. They've had Kendrick Davis came through there. They had
Lester
Quinones came through there. I'm like, damn, bro. Like
y'all say Kendrick Davis? Kendrick Davis is there.
Like y'all want to be Memphis bad as hell, bro. But yeah, Lauri Markkenan, another dude, like I said, I am not sure how good he is. I know he's good, but I don't know how good he is. Like I said, you're talking about a dude who hadn't played a meaningful game outside of the first 15 games of the season in ever. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, last time we saw him and he wasn't an all-star player, he was a guy that was struggling to find his way in Chicago and Cleveland. And now he's in, Utah putting up all-star level numbers, but it's for a team that's not doing anything. They're not even trying to win games. He's like super Gigi Jackson out there in Utah. He's Gigi if you gave him like three seasons worth of it. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what Lauri Markkenan is. I think he's a really good player. But yeah, Danny Ainge is straight up playing with y'all
Hey, by the way, did you see the report that Utah Jazz is trying to put together a trade package for Brandon Ingram? They're trying to get they're packaging up Walker Kessler, John Collins, and a couple of draft picks for Brandon.
So now
Ingram.
they're trying to be serious, but now y'all want to play basketball,
right?
I guess they're tired of coming in 7th in the sweepstakes with these generational talents they've been going after, right? Man, the stuff that Utah is doing will come back on them, man. Like the way that they're handling basketball is just trash. It's trash. Like that.
The basketball gods will get them, huh?
Yeah, that team is good enough to be good. At least not to be good, to be a competitive team. They're not supposed. They literally play about 12 to 15 real games, and they just say, okay, fuck it, we're gonna be sorry for the rest of the year.
And still mess around and still win too much though.
Yeah, the team has talent on it. Like they're too good to be that bad. That's why. That's why, man. So yeah, to hell with y'all. That's what y'all get. Yeah. And speaking of dudes, I'm not really quite sure how good they are. Y'all tell me, man. How good is Devin Booker, man? Like, if you want to talk about like top tier players, and I'm like, I don't really know if I don't know why they're good. Like, Devin Booker's that dude. Like, I know he's good. Like, I know he's really good. I know he's an elite level scorer. He shoots the ball well. He can handle the ball, all those type of things. But I never actually see Devin Booker look that cold. Like, I don't.
He's not.
You know when I've seen Devin Booker look cold is when the Phoenix Suns were trash, right?
Like, somebody asked me who I saw.
We had Chris Paul.
Yeah. I saw a tweet that said, who's better, Jaylen Brown or Devin Booker? I'm going Jaylen Brown all day long.
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
But people are like, well, it's close. Jalen's almost there. I'm like, okay, I don't see it. Because I ain't gonna lie, most of the time when I see Devin Booker is playing international basketball. I don't see dude other than when we play him. And he don't look exceptionally cold when we play him. Maybe
I think
games, but yeah.
Man, he's solid. And you know, they had their finals run, right? But I think it was like that. Chris Paul, people like just talk down on Chris Paul, but Chris Paul makes every team he gets on.
Yes,
literally.
People forget how he made that Oklahoma City team.
Oklahoma City Thunder should have never. They were 6th in the West, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. So that was some more of a Chris Paul effect, and he just unlocked Devin Booker, right? But I think we saw in the first round this year when Anthony Edwards. To me, that was the stepping stone. Like, you're supposed to be better than Anthony Edwards right now, and Anthony Edwards pretty much killed you.
I'll be interested to see what he looks like with Tyus out there playing with him, right?
Yep.
Like having an elite point guard, because Tyus is an elite point guard. Like,
no, he's not an elite point guard, bro.
Well, in terms of like what
he's a true.
I know he's saying as a point guard,
and what Bradley Beal and Devin Booker
is perfect for that team.
He does what point guards do very well.
Don't turn it over.
Right.
I
got you. Yeah, I got you on it. All right. Yeah. So, what I was about to say though. I don't. You ever seen a dude like put on more gear and get less swaggy though? Because the more shit Devin Booker put on, the goofier he looks. Like, he looks ridiculous with a headband on and ridiculous with a t-shirt on. But you do the same thing with Kyrie Irving. He looks like the coldest dude you ever seen.
Well, you know, Devin Booker and Klay Thompson kind of
they do
the same stuff.
Oh my gosh, I not even thought about that. But
why do they look so cornball when they put a headband?
Because they're cornballs, man. Like Kyrie's swag, dude. Kyrie's just that guy. He's got
Devin Booker, before he had the headband, he used to look like a pretty cool dude on the court. He looks like a
Klay Thompson too.
Hey. Like, dude, you look like.
I would say
just call no dude lame who's an NBA player, but you just look weird. You look like a weirdo, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, how do you look weirder by putting on more swag? Like, it seems like the swag should make you look cooler, but it's not.
Like, has anybody ever looked more lame celebrating 4 rings than Klay Thompson?
Oh,
like
for sure.
Him. I mean, doing this stuff on the lame. Yeah. Like, even KD walking off the court in Memphis going like this with his ring. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of dope. Like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Klay just always looks weird to me. He's just lame, and I think Devin might be that same dude, right?
Yeah,
like
I feel so good about. I feel so good about being ahead of the Klay Thompson hate train before other people were. I take pride in being well ahead. How do you hate Klay Thompson? Like, how do y'all not hate Klay Thompson? I remember being well ahead of the curve on hating Klay Thompson, well before the Jaren Jackson comments.
For me, it was that he took a turn. I think it was those Jaren Jackson comments where it was like all of a sudden it was like, oh, you're kind of a dick, bro. Like you know what I'm like. You kind of the way that he talks about people is just weird. Like,
I remember when the Grizzlies were up 2-1 on Golden State that year in the playoffs when we had Mike and Zebo and Tony and Mark, right? And I just remember Klay Thompson after the game, way after the game was over, right? I was hanging around in the arena way after the game was over. And I saw Klay Thompson had a box full of chicken tenders or something. I just looked at him like, dude, this dude's really a dick, bro. Like it just kind of hit me in that moment. And that was 2014 or something. And he's been a dick ever since then. So yeah.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. But sticking to somewhat NBA news, man. Charles Barkley announces that he is returning to TNT.
The quickest retirement ever.
Yeah, he ain't retiring. he ain't working for no other company. And I said this a while ago. TNT show, they could keep that show going without having an NBA game attached to it.
They really can.
They literally can. And it don't have to come on as soon as the game is over. They can have it come on at 10 or whatever time, and it still could be a super fire ass show. Like I think people would watch that show separated from games. Totally. I think people would totally watch that separated from games. But I wonder would they be able to get NBA players interviews? But why not though?
That's true.
Or how cooperative would the NBA be with getting them interviews?
I would suspect they're probably not going to be very cooperative.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cooperative with the people that they have billions of dollars of business with, not with TNT, right?
But I could also see Charles Barkley doing a solo show, just having a freaking NBA talk show on TNT. I could see something like that.
That would be the lamest show ever.
It'd be Magic Johnson level.
I wonder would they be able to still pull up? Like they probably won't be able to get inside the arena, but still be outside the arena.
That's what I'm saying.
Set up.
The show
even show highlights. Would the NBA even help them at all? Because you gotta have rights to do this.
It would be completely a different show. If TNT is not back in the game, which it doesn't seem like they are in terms of the NBA games, it's over with, right? Like they signed their deal with Amazon and
because even Charles Barkley
go look at it. We'll talk about it.
Charles Barkley spoke on it on Podcast P, Paul George's podcast this week, his new episode yesterday. He was saying how like even the lawsuit, he was like, we ain't gonna win the lawsuit. They're not gonna win the lawsuit. It was like TNT ain't gonna win that lawsuit. Like, come on now.
I have a feeling it'll be interesting. Maybe they have worked out. Maybe they'll work out some kind of settlement agreement and get access and rights and things like that. The NBA will say, "Yeah, drop the lawsuit and we'll provide you with players and provide you with rights."
Something like that.
But
it might be.
If they don't get that, this show is going to look totally different and it's going to flame out. Like
they probably can still make this shit happen some type of way.
So man, I don't think so, man.
So you saying on game night you wouldn't go watch Charles Barkley and them talk about?
I don't watch it even when they had the game surrounded.
I don't either.
But he just saying the general consumer.
I think people will. But without highlights, it'd be hard.
But they just didn't have any other option, right? Like, what was the other option when it was nationally televised games? TNT had all the games.
I guess it would depend. It would depend on it.
It could easily be replaced.
Yeah, it depends on what the new options look like.
Yeah. I don't think it can be easily replaced, because ESPN has been trying to do it for 15 years.
And
they can't do it.
And Charles Barkley spoke about that at ESPN. He kept saying like ESPN is not as good because they don't never stick with the same crew. They always try and switch somebody every year.
I think if Amazon or whoever wants to make a dope ass show, there's plenty of guys out there that can make a dope ass show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They just got to spend the money to go get the dude.
ESPN has weird guys. Their roster. Kendrick Perkins, I'm sorry, will never be that dude that like
ESPN.
getting Jalen Rose off of that was
that's what it is. They laid
you know what I'm
out.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's like my thing is whatever they do, for the love of God, bro, find some dudes that actually like the NBA, like the
NBA.
Who like the current version of the NBA. I don't want to. I didn't like that about the TNT crew. I didn't like that about the All-Star Game crew with Reggie Miller and Kenny Smith, and
that's why I stopped watching it.
Yes, like I don't want to hear y'all shit on like Kenny Smith. You look like a goofball in the 3-point competition and the slam dunk competition. I don't want to hear anything you have to say about All-Star Weekend. Reggie Miller, get your weird ass. Like that whole crew
looking.
Yeah, man. Like get some dudes who are just who are going to be ambassadors for the current NBA game, bro.
And if you haven't seen somebody play, don't speak on it. Like they'll be like,
okay,
they would just like talk about somebody they ain't seen a basketball.
Let me ask you this: do you think Amazon, which is a digital distribution company, right? Would it better serve them to go and find some digital contributors, like some podcast creators or some like internet creators that are out there that have a big audience that are in touch? Like, who would those people be?
Go get your boy, man. What's my boy name? Isaiah. What's his name? The guy that's on Gilbert Arena show.
Oh yeah.
Somebody like him.
Josiah Johnson.
Josiah, yeah. Go get Josiah. Yeah. Find some lady like what's my girl name?
Podcast info. You good people.
What's my lady name?
I take Monica McNutt from ESPN and bring her over there.
Somebody, I had me a fad team of those people who funny, entertaining.
Yeah, who watch the games, and appreciate the games.
Yeah, go get you somebody who love the current game, like a Kevin Garnett.
Right.
Get my boy Josiah. Go get what's my girl name, man? The one that the job not finding the West, but the other one job was when the job said he'd kill Michael Jordan.
Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks. Yeah.
Get her.
She already does Amazon Thursday Night Football.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey,
see, that's it,
code, man. We didn't crack the code.
Because you're talking about the what ESPN has tried to copy inside the NBA on is taking old NBA players that have kind of been introduced to the business through that ESPN and through that TNT, that big conglomerate network, TV network. That's not the way anymore, man. The way is
you gotta get some entertaining people.
These content creators that are out there, you know what I'm saying?
To make a good show. Yep. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Number 3, Kenny Summerfield. I'm gonna get this to you, man. Sheronne Moore in Michigan. Hey, that's a brother. That's a black dude, huh?
Yep.
No, he's white, man. What are you talking about?
Stop it.
Now didn't I?
Hey, there is a guy that's in politics who's like the mayor or the senator of Ohio or something like that. His name is Sheronne Moore. And he is the whitest white dude you'll ever meet.
There's some coach that I thought was white that was black, and there's some coach that I thought was black that was white. College football, I can't think who these guys were.
Yeah,
I can't think off top, but I'm not a college football guy at all. But
so y'all know the story of Michigan, right? Like what happened with them? They won the national championship. Jim Harbaugh left and he went to the Los Angeles Chargers. He got suspended for 3 games in the middle of the season because it came out that they had some dude named Connor Stallions that was recruit, or he was out there scouting.
What his name ever? Connor Stallions.
Never lied. Connor Stallions. So this guy, like they actually they accepted, Jim Harbaugh accepted the 3-game suspension, during the season just to get it out of the way. But they came with the actual notice of allegations, which is basically saying like, hey, this is what our investigation has found. And y'all better get ready because it's going to blow up in your face. And so basically what they did is this investigation kind of laid bare this illicit in-person scouting scheme. And it was that Michigan had operated it from 2021 to 2023. And it cites this notice of allegation cites 58 instances of illegal in-person off-campus scouting. They only played 53 games in that time period, but there's 58 instances of them scouting. They scouted teams over like 7 times, like multiple teams, like multiple times. This Connor Stallions guy, it admitted, there's this video that kind of went out. They were like, is that Connor Stallions? Is it a Washington State game on the sideline with a Washington State hat behind the bench, taking video of the offensive coordinator's playbook and schemes and all that kind of stuff. And it was this notice of allegations said, yeah, that's him. That was him. He was actually doing that. So Jim Harbaugh left, which is what all coaches do when they run really bad programs like that and do really bad things. They dip and go and get a contract somewhere else and leave everything else for the university to handle. So Sheronne Moore has been his right-hand man, his assistant, his basically his deputy coach for years. He gets the job. They ended up winning the national championship, all that kind of stuff. The notice of allegations comes out and is like, bro, he's going to get slammed for this. Like, he deleted 52 text messages between himself.
So Sheronne Moore is the one who actually was doing this shit?
I think everybody was doing it.
He played a part in it.
He played a part in it.
Yeah.
And when the investigation started, they have evidence that he deleted 52 text messages from his phone. They got his phone, redid it. They did some kind of technical whatever it is to his phone, got those messages back. They're saying level 1 violations. And the problem with this is that he was also involved in during the COVID year, a scouting situation, or I mean a recruiting violation. So he's like he's what they call a repeat offender. And so the rumors is that Michigan is about to get like potential national championship removed. they're like suspended. They could fire this dude with call. They give him a show cause, which in the NCAA is basically saying you are not allowed to coach. Like you for a certain period of time. The University of Memphis basketball program has a coach on their team that was given a show cause at his previous school. Like it's just crazy stuff. And it got me thinking, like with Sheronne Moore, you think he feels some kind of way about Jim Harbaugh? Because they're like supposed to be best friends, right?
Yeah,
like
he got left to dry.
He definitely did, but he's getting paid $6 million a year. Would you take that job, Ant? If you were given the position, like if you knew that this investigation was happening, and your dream college, your dream program was like, hey, especially on the NCAA side of it, hey, we're investigating you, we're coming down on you. Would you take the job and say, hey man, like I'll take it anyway, I'll take the job? Or
especially if I feel like they can't fire me without with cause. Like if I feel like they got to pay me, like if they fire, they got to pay me.
Money. Yeah,
I'm getting their money. Yeah, period.
Would you put some
the Navy and Mays?
Right, give me my $6 million.
Give me my $6 million and let me head out. Right?
I'm kicking.
I'm going.
But yeah, he's got to feel some kind of way about Jim Harbaugh, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Well, Harbaugh probably told him, they're going to get you, but I'm going to take care of you. You'll be on my staff, and I'll come get you. So.
Now, Jim Harbaugh came out yesterday and was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not apologizing for shit. I didn't do nothing.
But I'm saying, though, he still might take care of his boy, though, man. He still might say, man, I got you, bro. Just go and let them fire you. Let them give you the little money they owe you, and then come get with your boy. Anyway.
I think everybody was kind of confused why they picked Sheronne Moore anyway, and I'm wondering if Michigan set him up. Like that's what I think happened.
Oh, your brother, you know this what it is.
I think they set that man up for the fall. Honestly,
he coached those games when Harbaugh got suspended too.
He did coach those games, and he coached them in the national championship game.
I got another question too, though, man. It's Tiger football related. Will they be playing football at Crump Stadium? Because that's
the fall show got a hose inside. The
show. Like, nah, bro, they just playing bare grass football.
They're gonna be playing.
Vanderbilt played under construction in their stadium last year or so.
Hey, you remember got major pieces missing.
You remember the Hamilton High School?
Tickets. Like, how would y'all selling tickets to what?
Remember the Hamilton High School practice field they used to practice on? They're gonna be playing there. That's where they're playing at.
I'm gonna play on just a grass field. Room only in there. They gonna bring some bleachers in there though.
And this one of the biggest years, and this is probably the biggest year in the history of the program.
How Memphis would it be? So we put it out there. I asked a bunch of questions to the University of Memphis. I was like, okay, this is Parrish knows this better than I do because he's actually in this world, but it's an active construction zone. You can have game plans and plans put out there of like how you're going to remove concrete and keep it safe and all that. But things go down on an active.
People don't trust it. You still got to deal with the actual customers coming there.
Right.
They still gonna look at it and be like, nah.
Bro, I'm looking at a picture of Liberty Bowl, bro. There are major pieces missing. It's all
right. I drove around that giant. I said, golly, this is a wrong time to start this.
From what I get, I mean, they're taking out.
We're gonna be playing at Crump Stadium, bro, for real.
They're taking out 30,000 seats before the start of the season. I mean, it's gone.
Oh,
right.
Like it's going from like 58,000 to 32,000.
I mean, they never got 58,000 there anyway.
So I've been asking questions. I'm like, all right, so what if something happens?
Well, that mug is not operable.
So you know what the two options are from what I've heard, and this is not coming from the University of Memphis, but the two options are they'll either go to Arkansas State and play home games, or they'll go to Vaught Hemingway in Oxford and play home games.
Really?
That's what I've heard. That's not the official response, but that's what I've heard. And I'm like, how Memphis
game this year would be me.
They're going to tough that out.
A road trip.
They're going to tough that out here.
How Memphis would it be for them to have the most
greatest season ever? We ain't seen none of them in the house,
and we ain't seen none of them in Memphis. We're having to go to Oxford for the.
But you know what's so funny? All their biggest games are on the road anyway.
That's true.
All their toughest games are on the road. So
yeah, it's true.
This is insane. This is insane, man. Wild stuff going on in Memphis. Crump Stadium, right here around the corner.
Crump Stadium, right on Mount Moriah.
Because Fairground Stadium don't exist no more.
Say it again.
Because Fairground Stadium don't exist no more.
Bro, I used to live around the corner from Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium. I used to live on Central.
Yeah.
And every time it was a game, my phone would not work. Like my phone would not work.
I remember you telling that. I remember you talking about that in one of our first shows we ever did.
That shit was trash, bro. Like my phone wouldn't work. I couldn't text. I couldn't call hardly. I could use my Wi-Fi, but my phone would not work when there was a game going on. If they come over here to Crump, it had to deal with this shit again, bro. I'm protesting.
I'm protesting.
But yeah, man, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, man, we're gonna do Inside the Same Brain. Talk about something that's on a brother mind, man. It's a totally different world we live in. Kenny Stubblefield. Parents may be able to relate. He's a little younger than us. We'll talk about that when we come back here on the Anthony Sain Show. See y'all in a minute.
Do you think expanding the college football playoff to 12 teams and having an auto bid for a group of 5 school, has that made national analysts and these people that are typically only talking about Georgia and Alabama and, you know, the top teams in the country, has it made them look deeper into group of 5 schools to just be more educated on it?
I thought it was going to be that way, but no.
Yeah.
You're going to have a team in the college football playoff, at least try to project who that's going to be and throw them in the top 25. I think a lot of the national college football media members still are just saying, okay, yeah, they're going to get that spot, but we don't really care. They're not going to do anything once they get that spot. I still think that they're completely dismissing the group of 5 because they don't actually view them as a threat.
It's got to be proved first. No one's going to be crowned until you see it. And then you'll see analysis start to come up more and more about that team and where they stand and what they can do.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I feel like your staff, you guys, especially this year, have done a tremendous job with bringing back key pieces. What does that say about the culture you've built here and those guys wanting to be in Memphis and accomplishing, you know, a goal to
yeah,
together?
So very fortunate. I think it always starts with your current players and current staff. Whenever I talk about culture, it always starts with the guys in the locker room. They're the ones that create it. They're the ones that set the standards every single day. And it's my job and our job as a staff to hold them accountable to those standards. And that what I love about this group of guys is, man, they know where the bar's set. They understand the expectation. They understand the standards. And they're going out there every single day and working towards that. And so I think you get a bunch of like-minded guys that say, you know what, we want to be a part of something. I think they believe in the way we do things. They love this city. They love this university. We've got an excellent setup. You know, you're a player sitting there saying, man, I got everything I need here. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we get to go compete for a championship.
Absolutely.
Let's stay here. Let's stick this thing out and see what we're capable of.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, man. It's time for Inside the Same Brain. Kenny Parrish, y'all know I watched this. I became a fiend, man. I became a devoted follower of the Pop the Balloon or Find Love reality dating show, I guess is what you would call it. A young lady on YouTube, can't think of her name, beautiful lady. Her and her husband do the show. Her husband's like the executive producer. She's the front person, the host. You never really see the husband. But they do this show basically, just give y'all a quick recap again. They have one person, either a man or a woman, that comes out, and they have 8 eligible bachelors or bachelorettes, right? They're all dating. They're looking for a mate. And when the one person comes out, whether that's a man or the woman, the opposite sex has balloons in their hands. If they're feeling the person, they keep their balloon. If they're not feeling, they pop it. Or if they lose interest in them, once they get to talking or asking them questions, they pop the balloons. The object of the game is one person, one guy, one girl. Then they ask them, do y'all want to go out and get to know each other? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes, right? So I did see one time when it was one-on-one, the guy was like, no, I really ain't feeling it. I'm just the last one left. But anyway, I thought it happened one time. But basic concept of the show, I watch it all the time. And it's black lady, and it's always black people on there, right? She may have some people that's like biracial or Hispanic maybe, but for the most part, it's all black people, right? Matter of fact, I don't even think I've seen anybody Hispanic, either black or biracial. And it's in the Phoenix area, right? So it's a couple of dudes. You kind of feel sorry for them because they've been on the show several times.
Right.
They've been a contestant. They've been on the row of people, and they've been the one person. They've been on both sides, right? And this is one particular dude, man. I watched a video today, and this guy meets this girl on the show, and they match, right? They immediately go on a date after the show because the guy lives in Las Vegas. And I want to say this girl lives in Austin, Texas or something. So he was like, hey, let's go ahead and go to dinner now. He was like, where you want to go? She said, it don't matter. She was like, let's just go to Buffalo Wild Wings. So they go to Buffalo Wild Wings, have a date. And he's like, well, you know, I want to reward her. She didn't want to go anywhere fancy, so I wanted to show her that I could do the nice things too. So I came to see her in Austin where she lives, and I flew there and I stayed a week and I had an Airbnb and we went out. We spent the week together and we were having such a good time. And I had another week's vacation left. So I said, I need a getaway. I've been working. And he said, I'm going to Israel, right? So he invites this girl to go to Israel with him, right? On this all expenses paid trip. Now, keep in mind, he invented this is all happened in 2 weeks. Like the show, him going to her city to meet her and then going out of the country with her in Israel. All this happened within 2 weeks. And he posted all kind of videos of them. They're dancing and riding on a all-terrain vehicle and all this stuff, right? You know, they're scuba diving and all this, so whatever. Like they just really I'm just counting dude money. Like this dude really, you know, splurged on this trip or whatever, right? So him and the girl ended up falling out, and they ended up falling out on the trip. And when they got back home, she was like, "We can still be friends." And dude was like, "No, I'm cool. I got enough friends. I'm not looking for a friend." And it was crazy, right? And the whole thing was just absolutely crazy. And the guy they have a guy who a lot of people doing reaction videos to this show, right? So they do the reaction video, and the guy's like, "Well, it's clear what happened in this video." And I'm saying the same thing. His whole game is I'm gonna win women over by wowing them with my money and my resources, right? And just spending money on them. And Ken, I don't know if you're aware of this. This kind of happened after me and you got married era. Paris might be aware of this. There's this thing where if you get a girl to go out of town with you, especially out of the country, the girl's kind of obligated to have sex with you. And it's kind of understood, the unwritten rule that if you come with me, we sleeping together. And from the way that this trip happened, either he didn't get it or he wasn't getting enough, because he started saying she started setting boundaries. And then because of that, I started setting boundaries, and she got upset by the boundaries I was set. I guess the boundary was, okay, I'm going to stop spending money.
Exactly. We could be no more money.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I started feeling uncomfortable. I was ready to go." I was like, "Okay, why did you go on this trip with this man that you absolutely did not know? Like, why you knew nothing about?" Here's my thing, man. This is the question I'm gonna throw out there. Paris is at least 10 years younger than me and you, Ken. I'm gonna throw this out there. If you were back in the dating world, Kenny Stubblefield, how soon would you go, not just out of the country, how soon would you leave out of Memphis on an out-of-town trip, whether it be a road trip, flight, whatever, with this chick? I mean, this dude spent crazy money on this girl. And the crazy thing is, this was not his first time on the show. He did this again. He did it with another chick, but he tried to take her out of town and she wasn't interested. She didn't want to go with him. He was in his feelings like, man, she didn't even want to go out with me out of town. And I would call her and she wouldn't answer. And I texted her, tried to FaceTime her, and she, you know, he said, "No," she said, "No, you did FaceTime me. You know, you did FaceTime me." Because, you know, FaceTime, you just can't FaceTime for you got to let her, "Hey, can I FaceTime you?" or whatever.
Right.
So, but guess what stood out about this girl? The first girl who really busted his bubble the first time. Guess what was special about her?
What?
She was from Memphis.
Yeah. Of course she was, man.
Of course.
Don't play that game.
So
she finessed the hell out of that dude is what she did.
So my question is, how soon would you go out of town with the girl that you're dating? I'm gonna give it to you first, Paris. You're the closest to being. No, I'm not married. So.
Out of town.
But you're youngest dude. You're the closest to this generation of people that are on this show.
Mm-hmm. As soon I would go out of town. Yeah, at least a couple.
I got a simple rule of thumb. Go ahead.
At least half the year, if not
6 months before you go out of town.
Yeah, if not full year. But
all right, I'm with you. That's a little long for me, but all right, Kenny, what you got?
I mean, I think it depends on like where you are in your life, right? Like if I'm back in the dating game at 43 years old, I'm in a different place than I was when I was in my 20s.
You got to explain to your ex-wife, okay, hey, I'm going out of town, and
right, like you got to explain
the kids' plans and.
Right, like there's just a lot. There's just a lot more to the equation, but I think there would have to be like zero doubt about the commitment of the relationship before I would go out of town.
Would you
right?
go out of town with a girl that you literally just met 2 weeks ago?
No, never, ever, no.
All right, here's my rule of thumb: I'm not going out of town with anybody I've never had an argument with, and that's. Right. Regardless of the amount of time. If I've never seen you mad, you never seen me mad, we never had an altercation, I never had some shit we got to figure out. I don't want to find out you crazy 2,000 feet in the air. Like I don't want to find
You trying to open up the plane door, trying to jump out the plane. Like, what the hell?
Take me out.
I didn't know this about you. I would have known, but I didn't.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. She starts going off on flight attendants, and you're like,
yeah,
you already.
She pulled that on the dude because like they were out of town, they got into it, and they were like in day 5, right? It was a 7-day trip, and she was like, "Take me to the airport." He's like, "Lady, like we don't have a rental car, we're driving a 4-wheeler around here. Like I don't have a."
How do I get you there? Let me call Uber. Let me call Uber in Israel.
Right.
And why Israel? Like, why Israel? Why did he choose Israel?
It was crazy, bro. I might get it wrong. It might not have been Israel. I might be misthinking, but yeah. I'm not gonna find out you crazy out of town for the first time. Like this not happening.
No.
And that also kind of speaks to the long distance relationship thing, bro. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm not fooling with it, bro. Like I'm not traveling to see you, bro. Like
I was long distance.
Cause, bro, yeah, we had the conversation. But here's the thing: if I'm a nice looking, this dude clearly had money, right? He's clearly successful, right?
Right.
Like, bro, like I'm sure there are ladies in your town that you can do this with. You know, I'm sure there are ladies you can meet, and I don't know, man. It just came off so super weird. Like dudes who got money like that, and it's kind of creepy to me too. So I'm like, bro, you don't know these women. Like, why are you traveling to go see them and spend this kind of time with them? Like, and especially the situation where he was saying, well, I was with her every day. Like, bro, you literally just met this chick.
Yeah, 5 days ago. Like what we talking?
A day ago. Like, yeah, it's crazy, bro.
To me, it kind of speaks to like kind of lack of game a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like your whole game is what you can provide. And it's like, what do they say? What does everybody say when it comes to relationships, man? What you get them with, you got to keep them with. And it's like, you know, come on, man. Like, there's just a level of intimacy involved in going on a trip with somebody that unless I know for a fact that we are both feeling each other and that we are both in a committed situation with each other, like it ain't happening. But I will say this about the show. I love the day and age in which we live, man. Like The Bachelor has been going on for 84 seasons. The Bachelorette, they got Bachelor in Paradise. They got all these different dating games. The genius to just blow up some damn balloons and pop balloons. How has Netflix not picked this up and turned this into a
all the shows they got on it, joint.
And there's so many different versions of it. I don't know if this ladies was the original or not, but there's so many different versions of it now. You got people doing a white people edition, Latino edition. It's
brilliant.
It hit different, bro. One chick had a hat on. One chick had short, curly, blonde hair, right? Like really short, wavy hair. That man said, it's all good. I ain't, your hair looking like, some ramen noodles or something, but it's all good. This other chick had a hat on. I said, I see you with the Cam Newton hat on. I said, oh shit.
I just love it, man. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Hey, you will hear me talking about that show often and Inside the Same Brain going forward because I'm addicted to that shit. I watch it. I watch the reunions, like when they bring the guys and girls that hooked up back together to talk about.
They do reunion shows too.
That's what the flying dude was talking about. The dude who be flying them in, we getting them floated out. I'm like, dude, you are man, just chasing love.
All right, here's what we need to do. It's about to be 2025. It's August. It's about to be 2025. By 2025, the three of us need to come up with a show like that. Some kind of show, some kind of fun.
I'm slick working on something, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is your boy, man. I'm slick working on something.
Like there's no reason why the three of us who are smart, capable people shouldn't come up with some kind of show like this and do something, put a Memphis swag to it.
Memphis,
like these media guys out here, we know ain't getting no ass out
here. We should do a Memphis media dating game or something.
Right. Speaking of which, man, shout out to my boy, man, Lawrence Dockery, man, who was on the Jessica Benson show today.
Hey, man. Lawrence is the soccer guy, man. He's the soccer guy.
Go watch that podcast, man. My boy Lawrence Dockery, man, on Jessica Benson show, man. Shout out to 901 FC, man. They had team jerseys, official team jerseys they gave to me and Gabe as being guys who support, not just for me, for my son too, man. Guys who support the team, cover the team, come to the games, big up the team at all costs at all time. Shout out to 901 FC taking care of me, man.
Hey, The jerseys are out, so I can say this now. I saw them prior to them coming out. I did a video for it and all that kind of stuff.
I want to see yeah, hard.
I saw them when they first opened the box, and I was like, These ain't the ones.
That must look good, bro.
And then they came out and played in them, and I was like, okay, all right, yeah, these are nice. Yeah,
they kind of campy. They kind of campy. I ain't gonna lie, with the whole river thing, because it's literally like water on the jersey, whatever. But they clean, bro.
No, they clean. Yeah, they're nice. They look good out there on the field. The game was boring as hell, but they look good out there.
That was 0-0 last game, huh? Yeah, I ain't mad. I ain't missed that. I ain't mad that I missed that joint at all. Parents, you gotta come out to the game, bro. Bring your wife.
We need to get you and the wife out there, man. It's fun.
Yeah, man. Tickets cheap as hell, bro. For real. Yeah, bring your wife, man. This man ain't coming to this shit.
Come, you and Anthony can join the Bluff City Mafia together, man.
Brothers in there, John. Make the mafia the mafia. Come on, bro.
Right now it's the mafia.
The mafia.
Make the mafia.
3-6. Yeah, probably got to break 3-6 in that giant.
Yeah, man, for real. But they play whoop that trick every time they score a goal. They'd be live too. You'd be live.
See, Anthony's such a hypocrite, man.
I say, did you say
he's such a hypocrite, man. He's such a hypocrite. No,
like the Grizzlies do it.
It's just because you like. It's because 901 FC loves you. That's the only reason why you're saying that.
That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. The Tigers make it lame because they make it a "We Won" celebration song. That's not what whoop that trick is. It's not.
They score a goal.
It's a rally song, bro. Like we coming. We finna whoop your ass. Like it's that type of song, bro. It's not a "We Won." Play our celebratory music.
If 901 FC treated Anthony the way that the University of Memphis treats Anthony, he would not be saying that.
I ain't never played for University of Memphis football game. Don't do that, bro. Oh, you talking about basketball? Basketball don't show me no love. They don't show nobody no love. Hopefully they will with the new folks.
They need to, man.
That's what y'all get for being low down to legends out here.
Low down.
I ain't never really applied for no Tiger basketball stuff. Not saying I would have got it, but I applied for Memphis credentials like Penny's first year.
Right. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that year. Yeah.
Hey, bro, let's whip these tricksters. Hey, man.
Hey,
it's gotta be when 901 FC do it be live, bro. Ain't gonna lie.
Whoop that trick. Yeah.
Here's another thing too. Here's another thing. Let me say this: the difference between when 901 FC do it and when the Tigers do it. The Tigers are their own brand. They're the oldest brand in the city. They're Tiger freaking basketball, right? They're the biggest brand in the city. They don't have to borrow anything from the Grizzlies. 901 FC unapologetically are the little bros in the city. They will say, hey, we're going to put the Grizzlies colors on. We're going to have Grizzlies night with a Grizzlies jersey, Redbirds, both of them. We're the little kid. We're the little bros to the Grizzlies. Like, we don't mind doing it. Color scheme, everything. Jerseys, everything. Like the logos, everything. We're the little Grizzlies. We don't mind doing it.
Let's give
Memphis
the
Tigers lack pride when they do that.
Let's give the Tigers some free game here. What should be their theme song instead of Whoop That Trick? Hey, okay.
Yep.
I can dig that.
Football team should do Who Run It. Basketball should do, I don't know, but they should do Who Run It too.
They don't do the Out of Tiger no more?
No, man. They don't do
guy.
There's so many crunk Memphis songs, bro. Like,
hey, and did you go to games when the Memphis football program, I think it was when D'Angelo was there, when they did their own version of Nuck If You Buck? Did you ever do that? Like they have Memphis football players rapping about Memphis football to the Nuck If You Buck beat, and they would come out to that song. Like, oh my God. It was wild.
What's the Key Glock song that's kind of hype, bro?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Basketball. Go get that. There you go.
Yeah, they actually mentioned it. That does mention basketball. Yeah.
There you go. I just fixed it for you. You got your own song.
So free game, Memphis. Hey, Ed Scott. Guys, the guys who left Memphis, the marketing guys who left
get the
Memphis,
brains out of here, bro.
They listen to Barry Manilow. Like Ed Scott, listen to us.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Get them folks worried about what I'm talking about on my show. You know what I'm saying? Get them up out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get them.
They all gone. They're gone. Every one of them.
Up out of here, man.
Every one of them. I'm gonna talk my shit.
Sain hate the Tigers.
Every one of them. Every one of them that did not like you are gone at this point.
Why does he hate the Tigers?
Yeah.
What's with this guy?
Kenny, why does Anthony just not like us? Like, what's going on? Hey man,
you motherfucker.
Head to Missouri, bro. That's all I gotta say. Go to Missouri.
All I've ever said about Tiger basketball is the game should not be that lame. Like, I've said as a person who grew up on Tiger basketball,
no sir,
that it's scary how disconnected they are from the younger generations. Like, Mike's son Gabe is a sports fanatic, has no clue what Tiger basketball is.
It is not the school. It is the athletic administration that has been turned over by Ed Scott. Thank you, Ed Scott.
Ed Scott had it live, ain't it, bro?
Hey, bro.
Hey, give me that, man. Shoot me a number, bro.
Hey, man, I got you, man. I'm gonna hit you his number. We gonna get. Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go hang out with Ed Scott, man.
Hey, I'm gonna give him the same question I was gonna give my boy, left hand of God.
I love it.
What's it like being a real? What's it like?
Ed Scott's gonna be
there.
Let's go, man.
Hey, man, let's make it happen, bro. But anyway, we're about to get about this, John, man. We'll see y'all good people on Friday. For Paris Sharkey, this is Anthony Sain, Kenny Stubblefield. We about this, John. See y'all next time. We out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.